Swing and a drive, left field, get up, oh, get out of here, and
In the 2.5 year history of the flight deck, we have not done one single emergency pod ever because we've never had news. Today, on what the fuck day is it today?
Monday, April
7th. Thank you, Connor.
5:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We have a delayed emergency podcast because Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is a Blue Jay for life.
Yeah, sorry, boys. I was asleep at midnight.
So was I.
I was
Don't
awake.
get me wrong.
I was awake, thankfully.
I was literally like, my eyes were closed. I was just about to doze off, and all of a sudden my phone was sitting there, and it's just like, vroom, 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 vroom. I'm like, what the fuck? I look over, there's like 15 notifications about the Vlad signing. I'm like, well, I'm up now.
Jesus.
Unreal.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it already, I would assume you have. But 14 years, $500 million, no deferred money, no opt-outs, no nothing, just straight
No
14.
trade. Full no trade.
Full no trade. So yeah, that's the deal. It works out to 37?
7.6 or something, I think.
Yeah. I think it's either 37.6 or 36.7. It was one of it. All those are the numbers, but yeah, I don't know. There's not a ton we can say. You guys got anything cool to say off the hop?
35.7 is the technical.
35.7. Thank you.
I was wrong.
We got one. We fucking got one. And it was our own guy.
Yep.
Like
Swift, fuck you to Yankees fans, Red Sox fans,
and Mets
fans.
Mm.
Feels real good.
Take your sweep. We'll
Yeah,
we'll talk about that later in the week. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Give a shit
The
today.
best time to drop this because I forgot all about the sweep until you said that.
It was perfect. That was some pitiful baseball to watch on the weekend, but this makes it better.
We're not talking about it.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the only news that happened the entire course of the weekend.
Yeah, the Jays got 3 days off, and then Vlad said, "Fuck it."
Crazy, they gave him 3 off days in the second week of the year, but
Yeah, like
here we are.
I think
weren't they off Thursday too? So it was 4.
Yeah, it was 4.
Yeah, 4 off days in a row. That's just wild.
I think
Wow,
we got.
Thank you, Rob Manfred.
We owe a couple people an apology. I think.
Okay.
Just as fans, Hector Gomez,
Mm.
Mike Rodriguez.
I think less Hector Gomez.
More so Mike Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Because we were shit.
Didn't Hector say this was going to sign? He was going to sign like January.
Yeah, Hector's been throwing shit at the wall for like 3 months now. He doesn't get
Mike Rodriguez a couple days ago was like, "Oh, this is getting done. This is pretty. Like they're gonna give him another offer. It's gonna get done." And then when nothing happened, he came out the next day and he JP Hornstrud the shit, but in a good way. He fucking doubled down.
You know who else reported on it? I don't know if you saw it. Is motherfucking JP Hornstra.
I saw that.
He put out an article that basically said the deal is done. I'm like, buddy, you are asking for it this time.
Persona non grata in Canada, buddy.
This is the second time you're going to try this?
Let's pretend I don't know who JP Hornstra is. Explain that to me.
He was the Baseball Writers Association, the official writer that was like, "Oh, Shohei to the Jays is done." He was that guy. He was the Dodgers writer that was like, Shohei to the Jays is done.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then he doubled down on it after the plane thing. And then 3 hours later, Shohei signed with the Dodgers.
Fair enough.
So bold play to report that, it's done.
It's done.
Crazy. There was like 42 people in the last 3 days that reported that the deal was close.
Like Bob was even in on it.
Yeah.
It was clear that it was actually close at that point.
Once you got Bob and Heyman talking about it, you were,
then it means something.
Because it started with just Hector, Mike, and then Jansen Pujols was a person that became a thing. Who was the guy that interviewed Vlad that came out a month ago. That was like, "Oh, I'd even play for the Yankees." That guy. But my God, he's not gonna be a Yankee.
It feels so nice after watching Mets fans during that series where he was chatting with all the Dominican guys before the game. Oh, they're gonna pull him in. They're bringing Vlad over.
Nothing the match. Oh, and hey, Red Sox fans,
so happy to see this.
Just because he liked that one Instagram post, Fuck you, buddy. You ain't getting shit.
Feels great.
You got one of the three. You ain't getting all of them. You ain't getting two of
Feels,
them.
feels great.
Like,
Love it.
uh,
Yeah, breaking it down. It's the third highest total money ever.
it's the second highest present day value.
Yes.
So
Wild.
It's a lot. It's a lot of money for Vladimir Guerrero.
it is. It is. It shattered the Blue Jays' previous highest contract by 3.3 times. Like,
But like, if you sit here and break it down and think about it, like, when is the next point you're going to see a player of this caliber reach free agency at this age? Because you're not. Bobby Witt's not going to be a free agent. Julio's not going to be a free agent. Like, Christian Campbell's not going to be a free agent. Churio. Merrill.
Corbin Carroll.
Tatis.
Corbin Carroll, Tatis. The only one I can think of is Gunner.
But Gunner's older. He's a college guy.
23.
He's like 20.
I thought he was older too. He's 23.
He's a college guy, is he not?
He is. No. He wasn't. You're thinking
No, he was a high school guy.
Adley's the college guy.
Oh, was he high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Adley's the college guy.
I just think back
Oh my
to the
god, guys!
MLB The Show cover.
Imagine how good Vlad's gonna be when he's Adley Rutschman's age. Like,
He's younger than Luis Gil, who won the Rookie of the Year last year.
Yeah,
I know it's different because he's a pitcher, but still crazy. It's the most money they're ever going to give out to a first baseman. I am comfortable saying it might be the most.
This.
No,
not for years at least.
No. There's not a first baseman within fucking miles right now that's coming anywhere close to this.
like,
So it's record setting, it's groundbreaking, it changes a whole lot of things. I don't know if it's ever going to be done again. But here we are.
Or like
by the league.
Well, there's precedence as to why.
Yeah.
There's quite a few.
Yeah.
Miguel Cabrera, Joey Votto, Chris Davis,
Albert
Pujols all kind of come to mind.
Sure.
But you put that out of your mind. Like Miggy in his prime was amazing. Pujols was 35 by the time he got to the Angels anyways, so it's a little different.
Way different, yeah.
But like you just got to maximize his prime now. That's the biggest thing. You got to put a team around him that can win. I think we got a good team on the field this year. But they got to keep spending. Like, it can't just be, hey, it's Vladdy, it's a $500 million guy, and nobody else.
That'll be it. Yeah.
It's gonna look so crazy when your 2 through 4 next year is Vlad, Santander, and Kyle Tucker.
Yeah. When you're spending $500 million on one guy for 14 years, you kind of have to put a team on the field around him. You can't just be like, it's not our year, let's just sell.
Vlad and
I don't think that's an option anymore.
And look, there's lots of people that are going to say the end of this deal isn't going to look good. I don't think it will either. I don't think any of us think the end of this deal is going to look good. But there's no sense worrying about that because we got the guy we wanted, the homegrown guy. Who was the last homegrown guy who spent his whole career here?
Has there been one in our life?
Has there been one? It wasn't
like not even like a middle of the road guys. Like even like a Kevin Pillar.
Yeah,
didn't.
It wasn't Doc. Wasn't
the three biggest names in franchise history haven't done it. Doc,
no.
Delgado, Steed, none of them did.
Even
Bautista didn't start here.
Neither did Edwin. Neither did Donaldson.
No,
like
it's kind of crazy. Like I can't think of one. No, he was a Rule 5 pick.
Was he? Fuck.
So I guess kind of technically, I don't know what he did at the end of his career, but
yeah, I can't remember the last of it.
Can't even say like Sean Green. Like, no, like this might be the one. Like,
yeah, that's wild.
They said he's not generational, or however they worded it. But hey, you're making a $500 million bet on a guy. You obviously believe in him. Like, hey, he's got Hall of Fame potential. He's got Hall of Fame lineage. I think it's very possible that it happens. Health and a decline would be the two things standing in the way of that. Kind of what stands in the way for everyone. But if he puts in the work he has been doing and keeps it up, like there's no reason.
35 a year. There's like 9 guys in the league making more than that.
Are
I
there?
don't think it's that. Yeah, they've showed. I showed a thing today of it.
Judge and Cole, just off the top of my head, I know for a
Mhm.
fact.
Shohei.
No,
Shohei,
technically no.
Technically, yeah. No, not after. It's like
Soto.
what?
Soto.
Soto.
Did you say Cole?
Yeah, Cole.
Wheeler,
Trout.
Bregman.
Is Rendon over 35? Technically?
Yeah.
So,
I think
But
he's with
35 on the
Vlad.
dot.
and hey,
Yeah, no, you're right. There's a bunch of guys like it.
Mhm. So yes, it's a
not
lot of money,
crazy
but
deal.
it's not crazy when you
It's
look
not-
at the AAV.
it's not backbreaking money.
No.
Like,
And it's gonna like as much as the decline is gonna make the back end of the contract worse in 5 years when Vlad's 31, that contract's still gonna look fine.
I mean, different circumstances, different players. But would you rather have Vlad on this deal or Soto on his deal at 70? What a year? Because 10 years, right? Or was his?
it's
I think his
15.
was it 15? I thought it was 12.
Okay, so he's like 50 something a year now.
His is yeah.
Would you rather have 50 a year or like you can spend the other 15 now?
There's clearly a gap between Vlad and Soto, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's enough to make it a $20 million a year gap.
No.
For the just for reference, for the same money that you're paying Soto, you
Mhm.
can have the equivalent of, I think now, Vlad's contract and Kevin Gausman, give or take. Kevin Gausman's current contract, like that caliber of player,
It's huge.
It's fucking the
It's
gap.
huge.
Like, so yeah, it's ridiculous.
Look, we've talked about it a bunch. Like, there's clearly some issues in player development, drafting, whatever you want to call it. I think that clearly needs to be addressed because you need young talent to come up around Vlad, and hopefully they can hit it out of the park with this decently high selection this year. Hopefully, Savage is good and can kind of slot in. You've got a good system, like not a great system, but I think you've got so many guys in that like high level AAA to 4A kind of major league ready that you could flip a couple of them to whoever. Like, say you want a Sandy Alcantara at the deadline, whatever. That's probably not a great example, but I think you could make. Yeah, he's not a good example. A lesser player, someone a tier below that, work for a collection of these guys, and it's not going to hurt you.
No, you've got enough major league ready guys. And then you have like the smaller pieces down in the Savage and Namala grouping, where it's like you still feel like you have some pieces that are available to you in the future, so you can sell a little bit here and then still have some sort of future coming up. I'm with you on it. I think they're in a good spot. I think having Vlad for this extended period of time puts them in a better spot. Now you can kind of. I would like to know what difference it would have been if Vlad would have signed at the end of last year on this contract, going into free agency, trying to reel guys that we tried to reel in, as opposed to what it would have been without him.
I don't think we get Soto, but I think it's closer than.
I think it's an easier sell.
It's a much easier sell.
Definitely.
Like, but I still don't think we get him in the end.
Probably not.
Like,
we're not paying $765 at the end of the day.
On top of what Vlad, on top of
on the 5.
Yeah.
On the 5.
Yeah. $1.2 billion for 2 guys.
Hey, you brought it up earlier. There's Kyle Tucker. Bo's going to be free agent. Like, I really hope they revisit that conversation.
I genuinely think this has turned my like 30-70 he's gone to like 60-40 he's staying.
With Bo?
Yeah.
I think I'm like 50-50.
Like,
but like, I don't know where I'm at with Bo yet.
Vlad said he wants a ring and he wants to give a ring to his dad. That's what he wants to do.
Right.
You put Bo around him for an extended period of time. I think that's damage. Like that's a great start to a lineup. You got Santander. Like, there's room here to add other pieces. Like George's contract's coming off the books. Rogers has shown they're willing to spend. If you can build somewhat of a rotation internally with like a Bloss, a Savage, a Ricky at some point, and you don't have to shell out
20
what are
mil.
we paying, 60 mil, probably close to 70 mil to 3 starters between Gossman, Brios, and Bassett.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yep.
If you can knock that back a bit and get some internal growth with these prospects, I think you're in a really good spot to add. You can add a top line guy to go along with that, and
There's
then
a
you can
lot of
add
aces out there
another
right now.
middle of the order bat. This honestly, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Corbin Burns wasn't going to come here,
Yeah.
but like you got Gallen, you got did King sign an
King.
extension?
No,
Was it
I don't think so.
King hasn't signed one. Cease
Cease hasn't
Cease?
signed one.
Yeah.
You have three guys right there that look real good in this rotation, and your Bassett's off the books, right?
Bassett this year is Bassett, Scherzer, and somebody else like position player wise that's decent.
Chad Green.
I think Chad Green's also Chad Green. Yeah, it's Chad
No,
Green.
Varshall's got another year.
Chad Green and Bassett are like the two pitchers that and Scherzer, obviously, that I remember. And that's between between Scherzer and Bassett, that's like $35 million right there. And then Green's another $9.
Springer's next season.
Springer's next season. Gosman's next season. Like so,
I think they've shown they're a team that's willing to play at the luxury tax level, and like if you have to go over it next offseason because you still have the Springer deal on board, I think what this front office has shown in the past couple of years is they're willing to do that, and I think they want to win. I think that's a fun place to be as a fan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pumped. I don't know about you guys.
Easy.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Did you guys know that Vlad is, since he came up in 2019, he has the third most hits in MLB? Doesn't sound right.
That's wild.
But it is.
He's second
behind
in.
Who?
I gotta pull it up.
He's second in. Was it OPS? No, second in homers behind Shohei and Judge since May of last year, something like that.
Like, and he's
he
has
may not be homers, but
since his debut, he has the 8th most hits with runners in scoring position. He has the 13th most extra base hits, and he's the 11th most RBI. So, like, and keep in mind, some of those years he was not great. So there wasn't much around him. God, that stat, the stat that they show during some of the games this year, where it was, here's how Vlad did last year, here's how everybody else did. It's like the team other than Vlad had like a 670 OPS, and he's sitting there with like a 920. Like,
and that's why he's currently making $500 million.
Yeah, like, it's man.
Yeah, but I got nothing left on this. I don't know about you guys. Anything you wanted to add?
I just hope I hope it's Bo. I hope they keep Bo.
Yeah.
But if they can't, I hope they're all in on Kyle Tucker, because I don't know if you have seen that man's numbers this year.
Oh, he's nuts.
Holy jeez.
He's nuts, man. He's hitting the shit out of the ball.
Like,
yeah. I don't know. I'm not looking too far forward yet. I kind of want to enjoy this season while we have it.
For sure.
And then worry about free agency. It's nice to not be eliminated yet. A week into the season. The team's kind of enjoyable to watch here and there. This series wasn't, but generally it's been. So I'm not too concerned on Bo yet. I'm sure that'll be a thing later in the season that we talk about a hell of a lot more. And then free agency stuff we'll get to eventually.
Yeah.
It's fun. They've shown the willingness to extend their own players, like Kirk and then this. It's exciting. Like, both of them are manageable numbers. Vladdy's long. That's how they're spreading out the money, right? I think we all understand that. But it's exciting that they're willing to do that. I think they're both, like I said, both very manageable. Both you can build a team around that.
Yeah. The one thing I did want to touch on actually too, it's really funny how quickly Vlad's team pivoted from, we're not talking after spring training starts, to a week in the season going, okay, here you go. Here's our number. And it seems to be less than what they were asking for a month ago. Interesting to me.
I thought they were always around 5.
I thought it was 550.
It was, the weird comment was always that he came out and was like, even if I have a not great year, I think my floor is 5.
Yeah.
And I was like,
he was looking for 6.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to think about that anymore.
I'm not going to complain.
All the months
we got him at 5.
All the months of us talking about, guys, what's Vladdy gonna get? Are we gonna keep him? Should we trade him? Ain't got to do that shit no more.
I wish I bookmarked more things.
Well, I think it's just great because we can look at this, and if the team is 3 games back a wild card spot, come July 1st. We don't have to sit here and be like, okay, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Like, are they going to sell?
Yeah.
They got to go all in. Like, we all understand
You
that.
know where they're going to sit for
Yeah.
14 years, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's
You
wicked.
don't see teams shell out that kind of money and then just put nobody around them.
For sure.
I guess we've seen kind of one team do that, but they're an outlier. They don't really do much baseball well.
Well, they put Shohei.
What?
Are we talking about the Angels?
Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, but they didn't have to pay him.
No, that's true.
They paid
They gave him.
Rendon.
Well, in fairness, they did spend a lot of money. It just didn't work. Like they tried Rendon, they tried Pujols,
They tried Josh Hamilton. They tried
tried Josh Hamilton. Yeah,
Dustin Upton.
they threw the money around. It's just poorly spent.
I'm talking since they signed the Trout extension.
Oh,
was that all before the Trout extension? I guess.
Yes.
The Hamilton and all of them were before that, but the Rendon
It's just Shohei.
Yeah,
Shohei was the cheapest option. Yeah, that's it for me.
We're living in the era of watching the greatest, who's going to be the greatest Blue Jay of all time. Let's be real.
Probably.
He's if he doesn't go down as the greatest Blue Jay of all time, then
something went wrong.
Something went
real wrong.
Wrong. Like
he's already like sixth all time in homers.
I think he's as far as like B WAR goes, and yeah, we know how I feel about B WAR. He's only 17 behind Jose Bautista now, as of right today. Like
crazy.
3 good seasons, he's already there. Like
I got one final bit of information on the contract. With the total value, you could have got 33 and a third seasons of DJ LeMahieu.
Oh, we're back to this shit. All right. 33. You say 33 DJ
33 and a third, yeah.
That third DJ LeMahieu.
33 seasons of DJ LeMahieu. But instead we got 14 of Vlad.
Yeah.
I love that.
Let's just leave it with this.
Mm-hmm.
Hammer Vladdy home run.
Hammer. He's fine. I don't know. I don't know where Josh Goldberg was looking. He was plus 525 to homer tonight.
Crazy.
Perfect.
Fucking hammer that shit.
Yeah, I had a buddy message me and goes, "Should I bet Vladdy anytime homer?" I'm like, "Well, if there's ever a time, today's the time."
This isn't our Friday parlay, but I think all of us would just there's one hammer.
Not even a parlay.
Hammer the total bases. Hammer the homer. Like
yeah.
Hammer Vlad tonight for sure. Yeah, that's it for me. You guys got anything?
Yeah, we're good, man.
That's it. That's all.
Quickest episode, quickest bonus episode, only bonus episode. Quickest video we're ever gonna have on our page.
I can buy the City Connect jersey now and not worry.
I don't know where my it was hanging here. I can't find it.
So long to buy a Vladdy jersey for this reason.
I bought the one that I have back in 21. I have the one that I bought. This is like I bought this back in 21. Like I am so ready to get a new City Connect.
Like, I committed last year. I'm like, he's staying. I don't care.
It's gonna go so good with my Paul Skeens jersey.
You fucker. All right. Yeah, that's all I
got. Connor and I will talk to you on later this week. We'll figure out when.
Probably Thursday.
We should all be back next week. I'm hoping. We'll see. Jays play tonight. You get Boston tonight. Here's hoping Vlad can earn up the contract. Cheers.